These are a whole bunch of sports tickets, and this is a pretty decent pile of cash. If you guys are used to turning these into this, but worried about giving some of this back for taxes, I got the fix. I got the solution. It's very simple. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, slap a like on this video so it reaches more people, and if you're interested in some of my future picks, I'm 6-0 this year with football, so consider hitting the subscribe button. You can check my previous videos if you want proof of how well I actually do. That's a lot better than just taking my word for it on today's video. But that's besides the point. We got to get into taxes. I'm going to make this video quick, just a few minutes here, and I'm going to show you guys how to avoid taxes completely. For an example, here in New York, if you make just $600 or more, you're going to get hit with capital gains tax. That's a heavy tax. That's not like 1 or 2%. Like, it's almost to the point where it feels like it's not even worth it to gamble if you're just going to get taxed to oblivion, right? So here's what you do. Okay, I'm going to give you an example that completely explains this. Now, there's a couple things you're going to need. You're going to need cash, you're going to need a physical casino, and you're going to need a little bit of effort. So this is what it's going to take. 3 things. What you do is you have to realize that when you use FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesars, whatever it is, on your phone, in an app, everything's there. The transaction history, your bets, it's all there. The data's there, and regardless of who gets their hands on it or whatever, it's there, and it's on the record, whatever. You go to a physical casino. You go to the kiosk. You can sign in if you want. Don't. They try to trick you with like rewards points and everything. Never, never, never be identified at a casino. That's why you go, to just use cash and do stuff off the record, okay? And this is the whole point of this video, how to avoid taxes. So go to the kiosk, hit continue anonymously. So now there's no ID involved. You got some of this that you just put in the machine. It gives you a balance. You tap what bets you like, and you print the ticket. If the ticket hits, you take that ticket to the register. They give you cash for it. The whole thing is anonymous, right? Well, not so fast, because there's certain thresholds to where they ID you. Now, this is what I realized last year after I started winning significant amounts of money on NFL and just sports betting in general. I started to realize, wow, if I go there to the counter and maybe, 3 or 4 of my tickets hit and I got a few grand of cash, I was getting ID'd. And I asked him, I'm like, what's with the ID thing? Like, my name's not on the ticket. I just got this ticket I placed the other day with cash, and, I just want my cash. I don't want to give my ID. I don't want, I'm just here just to collect my winnings, and that's it. Apparently, there's thresholds to where you have to get ID. They claim it's for reasons that it's probably not. I truly think it's linked to the government. But here's a way around it, guys. Even if you like one individual bet, let's say you wanted to place $2,000 on that wager. Well, guess what? 2,000 to win about 2,000 is about 4 grand. If you're going to go try to collect 4 grand at the counter, you're going to get ID'd, at least from where I am. You guys can leave in the comments thresholds and certain amounts and ID requirements that maybe you deal with that can help other people out. They can read that stuff in the comments if they're from a different state. But at least for me, it seems like every time their thresholds are changing, and I really can't even cash out much more than like $1,000 before I'm getting ID'd. So divide your tickets up. So again, step 1, you got to have a physical casino. You go with cash, you continue anonymously, and you divide your bet. This is the final step of the process. Don't put that 2 grand on one single bet slip. Place that same bet 5 times at $400 each. Now, the only pain in the butt with this is you have to cash those tickets out at different times. Maybe cash one out, go play a little roulette, use the minimum at the table just to kill some time. Maybe they switched staff at the cash out counter. Maybe your casino's large enough to where there's a couple different ones, and cash these tickets one by one. And when you use just 2, 3, 4, probably even up to like $500 per ticket, when the money you're trying to collect is under $1,000, you're probably not going to get ID'd. At least for me, when I go and just collect a ticket that's worth like $600 or $700, there's no problem. They count the money out, they take your ticket, they scan it, it's good. They say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thanks for doing business. Have a good night. It's very easy. It's when you have these larger amounts that you're getting ID'd. You want to avoid that. Take your bets, divide them up. It's a pain in the butt. You're gonna have 4, bet slips all for the same thing, but you can cash them individually at different times below the thresholds to where ID is ever needed. The whole thing's anonymous. You went to the casino, you continued anonymous on the machine, you got your bet slip, you used cash, you cashed out the ticket, you got cash in return, you left. No one would know a trace of what happened. So if that sounds good to you guys, make sure you do hit the like button before you exit out. I try to make this as simple as I can. Again, this is only applying to people that are really significantly doing this. If you guys are just going to be $5-10 per game just for kind of entertainment purposes, you just kind of like messing around with sports betting and you're only going to win $300-400 for the year, then don't worry about this. Just have fun and use an app, and you don't even have to worry about driving to the casino. You can just do it from the couch. But if you guys are looking to make serious money, if you really think gambling's for you, if you think this year is your year and you're going to be using amounts that are pretty heavy, use this strategy. Because if you get taxed on this stuff, if you use an app like FanDuel and that FanDuel app is showing that your balance is heavy in the profit at the end of the year, it's not something good to have on your record. You can either report it and pay a bunch of capital gains tax or not report it and face some issues down the road. So I like going to the casino. I like staying anonymous. It's sports betting. We shouldn't have to pay taxes on this. I don't want you guys to either. Got some new picks coming up here, guys. And if you see this video in time before college football, I got an unbelievable parlay that's in my last video here on the channel that involves Notre Dame and Vanderbilt. Go check that out. I think that's a home run to start your season off. I think that's about it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.